Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I haven't done a video on TV license in quite a long time. The reason is I just ran out of things to say about it. It really is as simple as don't talk to any TV license goon that turns up at your door. Same old advice, but this one I want to talk about Black Belt Barrister or Daniel Shen Smith. Now, if you've not subscribed to his channel, I suggest you do so. He covers all sorts of different things to do with different aspects of law. He's an advocate of freedom of speech, which I'm very much in favour of, and I think it is being eroded. That's not what I'm here to talk about, though. I'm here to talk about his advice on TV licensing, and he's really going in hard on these threat letters that they send out, the big bold red text, enforcement notice, and things like that. And he's got a real issue with the way that they're worded, and he says that it's potentially crossing a line into harassment because they're threatening action when they don't have evidence to do so. And people actually are believing that they're under like investigation and being spied on essentially and things like that, which just simply isn't true. But what I wanted to say about his approach, right? I agree with what he's doing. I agree with that TV license absolutely shouldn't be sending these letters. But the bottom line is, it makes absolutely zero difference. If you don't need a TV license because you don't watch or record live broadcasts in real time or anything to do with the BBC whatsoever, including the BBC iPlayer, then you don't need to worry because as I've already droned on about in many videos before this one, and even the Black Belt Barrister mentioned this too, you're under zero obligation to speak to these people. Politely close the door and don't even give them your name, don't engage them, don't say anything, and for God's sake, don't antagonise them. Start antagonising them, that's when they're going to start potentially trying to fit you up with coming back with a warrant because they've lied to a magistrate down in England and made up a lot of hullabaloo nonsense to try and get a warrant against you. That's really the only time that you're at risk, is if you start antagonising these people or speaking to them. You just close the door if it's one of them. If you've got a ring doorbell in your house, you know exactly who's at your door. You're expecting a parcel from InPost or Yodel or Hermes or whatever they call themselves these days. Every, I think it is. That's different. Open the door, get your parcel, and then go on about your business. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be answering the door to people you don't know. So, as much as I agree with Black Belt Barrister's activism against these letters and things like that, to me, when you get one of these letters, I don't even open them now. I don't open them. I chuck them straight in the bin. If I wanted to waste my time, I suppose I could make a video about them. Like a lot of people do, but it's just saying the same thing about it, and it's just not. It's just boring. It's a waste of your time, and you could be doing other things. Do you know what I mean? The letters, don't open them. You get one of the letters, you know exactly what it is. Straight in your paper recycling or in your general waste bin. Do you know what I mean? So, like I say again, all this stuff about trying to take test cases against them and all that for the wording of the letters and that, don't bother, man. Don't go to the hassle of all that. You get one of the letters from them, don't even open it. Throw it in the bin. If you don't need a TV licence and you're legally licence free, bin the letters, right? And don't worry about somebody turning up at your door, because you know what to do. You don't say a thing. Do you know what I mean? And for God's sake, see this whole thing about the declaration that you can sign online and all that. I don't agree that you should do that. Black Belt Barrister says he does it, but you're just giving them live information. Do you know what I mean? You're giving them live information that it'll just going to pop up fresh in their system for them to if you are particularly jarred and upset by these letters and you open your mail, every letter you get, and you get quite palpitations when you see the big red letters, enforcement notice and all that, then I suggest you don't even fill in the declaration. You just, if you don't need a license, you cancel your direct debit, you just stop paying it. It's that simple. none of this stuff about test cases against TV licence for harassment and all that. At the end of the day, right, well, if he thinks he can win, I hope he does, but I don't think he's gonna, because these people have been sending letters like that for probably longer than I've been alive, and I'm 40 years old now, so I don't think it's just not worth it, all this nonsense about test cases in court and all that. Keep it simple. Bin the letters, right? Don't answer the door to the goons. Don't speak to them. Don't issue a withdrawal of implied right of access, because again, I just think in some cases, albeit they might be tiny, you're just making yourself a target. You're just making yourself stand out. And do you know what, man? Who cares, man? If you got a ring doorbell, which most people have these days, you know who's at your door. You know it's not somebody you want to talk to. So it's as simple as that. So I just thought I'd let you know my thoughts on that whole thing there. Thanks for watching.